This is your government video for Shays Rebellion. Shays Rebellion is arguably the most important historical event in the United States' history because this is a major event that will lead to, thus, the creation of our Constitution. So Shays Rebellion happened in 1786, and Daniel Shays is a farmer. Most people at the time are farmers. That is the main economic driver. People are really doing agriculture or something related to agriculture. The problem is that farming is what is referred to as a debt and tax system. So in order to make money as a farmer, you have to first go heavily into debt. You have to be able to buy enough land, and most people don't have enough cash saved up in order to buy a large swath of land. So you have to get a loan to get the land. You have to get a loan to buy the seeds and the plows and all of the equipment. And then you, of course, work the land and you plant and you hope that the weather's good, which you have no control over. And then at the end, you reap the harvest and you sell it off. And you hope that you have enough money from the sale of the food to cover all the loans that you owe to the bank and then feed your family for one whole year. And of course, you have to pay taxes on the amount of money that you make. So if the weather is really bad or a number of other things go wrong, farmers can become heavily in debt. And this is what happened. So at this time, in the 2 years prior to Shays Rebellion, there was really, really cold winters in the Northeast. And farmers like Daniel Shays were getting their homes foreclosed on. And the bank was taking away their farms and their property because they couldn't pay back their loans. So at this time, if you could not pay your loan back to the bank, in addition to the bank taking your property, what else did they do to people? If you don't know, you went to debtor's prison. So they used to arrest people and put them in jail because they owed money. Now, how do you make money in order to pay back the loan if you're in jail? Well, you can't. So that creates a major problem. If you want people to be able to do something in order to earn money and so that they can pay their debts back, well, they can't be in jail. But that's not the law at the time. So Daniel Shays is about to be foreclosed on. He's got a lot of friends and farmers who have been put in jail. So they decide to organize and rebel, and they go to the Massachusetts State Courthouse and hold hostage all of these government employees and judges who are working in the building. Now, remember, there is no standing army and there's no national militia. So the government of Massachusetts is supposed to call forth the Massachusetts militia. But who are the people in the Massachusetts militia? They are farmers, and they are individual citizens who own their own weapons, which are Daniel Shays and the other rebels. So Massachusetts now has no options because the people that they would normally call to stop this insurrection are actually the ones insurrecting. So Massachusetts will have to create a deal with other neighboring states to have their militias come and help stop the violence. In fact, some of the first militias from other states actually join in with the rebellion. Eventually, it gets solved and they stop the violence. But this poses a major problem. If we were to have another major rebellion, some type of domestic insurrection, there is no federal army or National Guard for them to call out to help regulate these types of violence. So this means that people who work in state government start to become scared that this could happen in their state too. Maybe this isn't just a Massachusetts thing. The most important effect of Shays Rebellion is that it legitimizes the need for a constitutional convention. They realize that the Articles of Confederation, and particularly the lack of a standing army or any way for us to create a federal army, is going to be very problematic. And all of these people who had been very against federal government and they did not want to create any larger federal government because they wanted states' rights, now realize that maybe they need a little bit more than what they have now.